Hello everyone, it's me, Sarah. Welcome to my channel, A Curious Cuttlefish. Today we are going to be talking about Ice Yarns Cakes DK. Ice Yarns Cakes DK. This is a 150 gram cake. It comes in 100% premium acrylic. It says that this is a 3 lightweight, and it recommends to use a 4mm needle, which would translate to a 5mm hook. So here's the colorway. And I got this cake because I felt like this was very close to Lion Brand's mandala. And in fact, I have one right here that I'm going to show to you guys. And the ball band on this one tore, so it's in pieces. But can you see that? This is the same color. There it is, Lion Brand mandala. So in this yarn review, I am going to be mainly talking about Ice Yarns Cakes DK, but I will be comparing it to Lion Brand's mandala. So I'm going to tell you the similarities. Lion Brand mandala is 150 grams and 540 meters. This is also 100% acrylic. It recommends to use a 3.75mm needle or a 5mm hook. This is a 3 lightweight. And if you look on the label, again, mine is broken, but right there, really small, it says it's made in Turkey. Ice Yarns is based out of Istanbul, Turkey, and so these yarns were both made in the same place. And if you can see that, these yarns are the same. They're the same color, they're the same size, the same weight, exactly the same number of yards. I mean meters, yards, they're the same lengths. I am pretty sure this is the same yarn. They feel the same. So I wanted to do this review for you guys so you can see similarities, differences. I will be using some video magic to fast forward a couple days for the projects. It might be more than a couple days for me. I'm going to do the exact same project out of these two cakes, and I'm going to bring them to show you guys, and I will tell you my thoughts on this yarn. Let's see, before I go to that, I am actually going to put up here will be the Lion Brand, and right here will be Ice Yarns. I'm going to put the prices I paid for each of these so that you can see that comparison right now, and then we can fast forward to the finished objects. Alrighty, so now getting on to the finished objects, I will show you guys what I have made. So this is with the Ice Yarns Cakes DK, and here, let's see if I can get it all on the frame. This is the 5-point shawl by Petra from Foxy Creations. This was one of the Ice Yarns Cakes DK. I'm very happy with how this turned out. I will show you. It drapes very nicely over your shoulders, and because it has those 5 points, I really like how this wears, and I love the colors. So this is the project that I chose to make out of it. I will have a link to this project in the description box beneath Petra had made a video tutorial on making this shawl, and I really like it. I love the shape, I love how it fits, and I love how it looks in this yarn. So let me tell you about working with this yarn. It worked up very easily. I didn't have any problems with it. Frogging it worked very well. Because it has all these fun color changes in it, I felt like the project went by very quickly. And this pattern was very simple. You just have 3 different points on it. But yes, it is a larger project. So I did notice when I was crocheting with it that there are, I think I ran across maybe 3 portions where the yarn got just slightly thinner than it had been throughout. Although now that I'm looking for it, I don't know if I'll be able to find it in the project. So if I do find it, I'll show you. But I don't see it looking for it, so you probably won't be able, most people wouldn't be able to tell. I could probably, if I sat and looked through this whole project, I could probably find the 1 or 2 stitches where the yarn got just ever so slightly thinner, and so I made a note of that. So this is the Ice Yarns Cakes Decay, but I am pretty sure this is the same. So let me show you now. So there's this one, and now let me get for you the mandala. Guys, I wove in ends. Accomplishments. Okay. So here is the Lion brand mandala. And I believe I made these 2 the same size. Let's count rows now. 2, 4, 6, 2, 10, 22, 6, 10, 20, 31, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 22. Yep, these are the same size. So I think they are pretty much the same. So again, this is the shawl pattern by Petra. I will have the link in the description box below. I really like how these shawls turned out. I love the colors. I love how they sit. And you can wear these however you would like. So when I was working with the Lion brand mandala, I wanted to find out if this also had a couple instances where the yarn got slightly thinner, and yes, it did. It had a few instances where the yarn got ever so slightly thinner. And again, I don't think I'd be able to pick it out just holding this up and looking for it. But if I was to take the time, I'm sure I could find where those stitches were. So let me tell you guys what I think. I think that this is the exact same yarn. I couldn't find any real differences between them. They work up the same. They are the same colors. I actually had to be very careful about keeping the 2 of these apart so that I could tell you which one was which, because here, I'm going to hold them up together up to the camera. They are the same. I don't think you'd be able to tell me the difference if you were here looking at them and touching them. I had a stitch marker on one to remind me which one was the mandala and which one was the ice yarn, because guys, this is the same yarn. I don't know. they are the same. I made the exact same project. They worked up in the same amount of time. They are the same colors. I managed to find one of my mandalas that had the exact same center even as the Ice Yarns Cakes DK. And so the only real comparison I have for you for these two yarns is that with the Ice Yarns you can get it slightly cheaper. And that's if you order the Cakes DK with other various yarns. I went in to Ice Yarn's website and I did the math. If you were to only get Cakes DK, and if you were to only get Cakes DK, I believe it comes out to close to $5 a cake, which is about what you would pay for a mandala at Walmart. So, and that's counting the shipping in there. So, sorry, the phone's ringing. Yeah, so if you are only looking to get mandala cakes, then if you have a Walmart near you, I would suggest just going to Walmart and picking them up. But if you're interested in some of the other ice yarns, you can get these cheaper when you order from Ice. I love it. I would order it from them again because when I do order from Ice, I do order a variety of yarns, and so because of that, it makes the shipping per ball cheaper, which then makes the price per ball. I divide my shipping by the number of balls or cakes I get in my order, and then I add that price to the price of the yarn. So that is how I get my final price for my cakes. So I have found that to be cheaper than buying it at Walmart. Again, I will have those price comparisons for you up on the screen so you can see the difference in price, because that was the only difference I can see in these two yarns. Like I said, these two yarns, they are the same. I wouldn't be surprised if they are made in the same factory, and Lion Brand is just rebranding and selling it as Mandala. So yeah, they are the exact same colors. I mean, if there's any slight differences, I would attribute that to being dye lot. I would say this is the same yarn. So if you love mandala, you will love Cakes DK. It's the same yarn. And if you are looking to buy that and try out some other ice yarns, I would highly recommend this yarn. I love Lion Brand Mandala. I am so glad that I have found Cakes DK, as it's the same yarn. I could not find any difference. So if you know that you love Mandala, you will love Cakes DK. It is the same. I could find no difference between them. I did manage, so even though this is an interesting thing, I don't know if I could pull the extra there. Even though I made these shawls the same size, it should be noted, so here's the back one's the mandala, this is the Cakes DK. I had leftover scrap on each of these, but I didn't feel like it was enough to do a whole nother row along the outside border. And so with the Cakes DK, I did have enough to do my willow square that I do for my yarn reviews. So there's my willow square. I really love the colors and how this one turned out. So there was enough for this from the Cakes DK. From the mandala, I started to do one, but I didn't quite finish this row here. I didn't even get to the outside border, and so I didn't quite have as much left over of the mandala. Again, I believe it's the same yarn, and when you're buying yarns, they're not all going to be the exact same length. It varies, and I think they say about 5% of that length. It can go a little bit more or a little bit less, so that still qualifies them as being the same yarn, in my opinion. It's just my Cakes DK happened to be one that had slightly more. And so I was able to get this square out of the scrap after I had finished making my shawl. But yes, had I had enough extra of the two, I probably would have combined the two scraps to knit a hat out of it, just to show you guys like how similar they are, but I did not have enough scrap to do that knit project, so I had enough for one square. So that's what was made. And that's what I have for you guys. I love the two shawls that I made. I'm so happy that I made them, and yes, I highly recommend this yarn. I love it. I love these colors. They come in so many more fun colors, as you would have seen earlier, and I don't think you can go wrong with it. So there is my review on Ice Yarns Cakes DK. It is the same as Mandala, and I will be seeing you guys later this week. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for checking out my reviews. I so appreciate each and every one of you, and if you are new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're interested in finding out more yarn reviews and having some yarn adventures with me. So I will be seeing you guys soon. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.